Was that
What? Oh,
why are it was
Why-
really, she thought it was brilliant.
yeah, it's brilliant.
Why are we brilliant? That's
Is
a
that
weird
what it was?
question.
Yeah.
Do you want to take this one?
Sure. Naturally, it just.
I wouldn't say that's for me. Oh, thank you. No, it's more just like environment.
Yes.
Growing up.
Yeah.
The right things at the right time. Thank you, girl in the red dress.
Yeah. Oh, another question from the lovely lady in the back.
I have a question.
Oh, he has a question too. This is awkward. Excuse me? How did I prepare for my role? Okay, so I played Rico in the film as well as Farmer Bud. That's how you guys might recognize me. And how did I prepare? You know, it takes a lot of preparation being that bad. So I basically just did nothing. And I think it showed.
I was confused. The first time that Cameron auditioned, I was confused if he was stupid or not. Mentally. No, I literally didn't know if he was really stupid. And then I found out over time that I still don't know. Seriously, I live with him now. So I am now trying to still figure it out if he is dumb or not. But I don't think so. I think it was intentional, his moves, and I think he is by far. Those scenes were really difficult because as soon as you see an actor are in on that joke, the porn joke, it's over. You know, as long as it's such a specific kind of humor you have to pull off. So it was that was the hardest thing to direct the whole time, was getting the porn things to be right.
And
really difficult.
And Jack, with the writing, created. You could tell in all the skits, because they're all so different in tone. A lot of them, and the humor is kind of crazy. I mean, a lot of it is open for improvisation and having fun. So that kind of I was just telling him, I was speaking with our producer, one of the producers of the film, and we were talking about how nostalgic watching this was and how it kind of brought out the kid in you. I don't know if you all felt like that as well, but there's something about it that just takes you back to a better time, maybe a simpler time before all of us had cell phones to record everything and record ourselves. And throw your cell phones away. Fuck the government.
I actually love the government.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, especially now. I'm just kidding. How's it? Oh, you had a question?
Yeah. I wondered if growing up, if you were drawing from your personal experience of having one of those cameras and shooting stuff as a kid.
When I was very young, I had a VHS camera, but I was very young. I kind of cut my teeth more on mini DV, to be honest. But there's something about VHS that kind of is ripe for comedy. I've gone my whole life finding tapes at Goodwills, watching them, loving them. VHS was kind of the first time that anyone could make a show. You know, if you had an idea for yoga cats, you could do yoga cats the next day. So it led to this weird, huge amount of content of just, basement punk shows and these things that were just gritty. And I love that. I've always loved that. And I used to watch public access all the time. So I definitely had that in my life. But the first time that I was making mixtapes or my own movies, it was definitely mini DV. Opposed to VHS, which is why this whole movie is bullshit. And you should not tell your friends to see it.
Don't tell your
sucks.
friends. There's too many people in here already
Yeah,
to not let the secret out.
This is a really nice theater, though. I think
What's everybody's names? I mean, we could literally
We
go
could
around
literally
and
all
just
talk.
what's
your story?
what's
Why did you
yeah?
come today?
Hi.
I was invited. I was very glad you invited me. You should have seen the line earlier. Oh my gosh. I didn't think I was going to get in.
That's funny. And it was full, and then everyone left after the first two scenes.
The big fight,
What's your name?
Who's your friend, the critic?
No.
Oh,
He did not leave.
okay. He's still here.
Probably next in line as you go back.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay.
She left She just left right
here.
now. Okay. But Q&A's make her uncomfortable.
She's here.
Oh, okay. Cool.
She's watching you say she left right now.
Oh,
Is she hiding?
No, she's up in the back.
Okay, out of
Oh,
5
hey,
stars,
there she
what do
is.
you get? 3.5.
That's
Not
pretty
bad.
much our rating right
Not
now
bad.
on everywhere. So great. That's great.
I'm a
Favorite
tough critic.
favorite skit.
But I really liked this. It did remind me of childhood. 'Cause,
Oh, really?
You know, kind of old. And
Oh, that was the camera.
I liked the old effect of looking. It looked like it was watching an old home movie. You know, those little V8 or Super 8. So yeah, I enjoyed it.
You're beautiful.
Thank you.
How do I look?
I think you look great.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
It's hard to believe I'm sitting so close to a star right
Yeah,
now.
yeah, I get that. I get that.
Well, you're the first person to call him that, so that's totally fine.
Yeah. Okay, question in the back, I think over here. Is that Joshua O'Hara? Yes, right there, sir.
Anyone can leave at any time. I
Yeah.
know this is a lot. It's you know.
We're here for 2 hours, guys.
Yeah, no, that's a lot. We're gonna be here probably another 5 minutes. Yes, in the back.
Did you film actual like whole episodes of little shows, or was it just what we really saw?
Yeah, we had to cut out a lot of great stuff, but you know, obviously this wasn't how the script was written. A lot of it was found in the edit bay. Like it took so long to edit this movie to get it right. There's a lot of stuff that was cut out that was great that will live online after this is all said and done. But the way we edited it, it was so difficult because it had to always be that the kid was losing interest, but then it couldn't be boring either. And then some of the juxtapositions had to kind of like lead into each other. Like a good example is like that chair moment. That's a really funny skit. Like, you know, the whole thing about the chair, and he talks about how he got it for the dorm, and it's all funny, but we had to cut it just because it works as like one line, you know, and that's the harsh, really crappy thing about this editing this film is we really had to condense it because we had cuts where, you know, there's 2 more scenes of Hot Winter or like another scene of the Sexy Swedish, and people were just watching it, and because of the channel surfing, they'd be expecting the next cut, and it wasn't coming, so you had to keep it going and then choose the moments where you really hooked in. Like the song, for example, that's throughout his life is the themes of love and loss and all these things. So you really had to like hook into certain moments, but then keep it going. You just had to, or else it was going to get boring. Yeah.
Now, have you found, for instance, whenever I see a movie, I don't want to read about it ahead of time. I don't want to know what it is I'm seeing.
Cool.
I want to come in and see it blind.
Mm-hmm.
Have you had anyone who has thought that this was actually authentic? That
Yeah, we've had a few people.
it took me at least 3 scenes before I realized it wasn't.
Yeah, well, the actors are the giveaway. I mean, seriously, we had like one professional review being like, "This is just like a found footage movie. Why am I watching this?" I was like, "Well, it's not." But okay. I mean, yes, a lot of people think it's. Some people think it's real. You know, I mean, you would have to have not seen Reno 911 to realize it's not in the 80s. But yeah.
Which I haven't. So.
Oh yeah, so great. Yeah, I mean, it does feel very real. I mean, that's a big compliment for us. I mean, yeah, I think that we were trying to do something super realistic and grounded, and you know, hopefully we pulled it off to some extent.
Well, at first, what I was thinking was, you know, that Russian movie of the cars.
Oh yeah, that's also oscilloscope.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
that was the thing that I was thinking about the first couple of scenes until I realized it wasn't real.
Yeah. That's there's a movie about that just is from Russian dash cams.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's
It's
Oh, I've heard of this.
fantastic.
Yeah,
I've
it's
heard
an
of this.
oscilloscope movie.
And
so.
it's not real Russian?
No, it's real. No, it's all
footage?
real. No, it's all
Like
real.
ours.
Yeah, well, it's like
It's real dash cam stuff, and it's
yeah, it's
Yeah.
real dash
fantastic.
cams.
Yeah.
It's scary stuff that happens in Russia.
So half of this movie is actually Jack's home recordings. I don't know if you guys caught that.
You're lying. You're too good of a liar. You can't lie to me. We live together now. He's always lying to me. It's crazy. He'll be like, I forgot to turn off the stove. And I'm like, don't lie to me. What do you say?
I really did forget to turn off the stove, guys.
In the back.
Yeah, how was it working with the kids?
It was great. I mean,
I thought they did a great job.
a lot of it is casting. We had this how I got Ralph is I played him a punk song that was between two kids. I played him a punk song. I said, I want you to just dance and lose your mind to this. And he was really real, and I liked him. You know, it didn't really matter if he was a better. The other kid was like, had been on like NCIS, like had these shows. You know what I mean? And I was like, ooh, like NCIS, like that's a good show. But then, you know, when it came to like, how do you react to punk music? He was real. And so then half your work is done for you. Because when you get on set, if they're not doing well with the words, I'm not the kind of person who's going to be like, you know what, let's get this right. I'm just like, okay, you're just upset about something. Let's just talk about it. You know what I mean? Like, you can only work so much with kids unless they're really good actors. And usually kids aren't like naturally really good actors. They're kids who don't want to, you know, be there, like trying to figure it out. So luckily, like Ram was really easy. Josh, like we found him right away, the best friend. He was like so funny, and it was just like, okay, he's in the movie. But then Ralph was just kind of more difficult. We just wanted to get a kid who was really likable and real. So I think we did a good job with that. I mean, again, casting's everything. So. Except I made one mistake.
Oh, you have my phone.
Yeah.
Let me take some photos of you while you're chilling it here.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead. I did, however, you should take a video of what I'm about to say, because actually it has to do with you.
Okay.
I did make one huge mistake when I was casting, which was Cameron, who's right there. The casting of Cameron was kind of I've always regretted it, just spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically. A lot of people react to him like in a positive way. Hey, what's up, man? A lot of people react to him in a positive way, but I think that those people are wrong, personally. I think that it was a mistake, and I'm really just wish that he wasn't in the movie.
I got a shout out in Variety the other day, and I think Jack's a little sore about it, is what's going on here. Basically, I'm overshadowing the movie in a way that he never expected to happen.
And you know what they say about shadows? Things can't grow in them. So that's kind of what that's about.
Yes.
Yeah. That Variety article was brutal, though. They did not like what else? Anything else? We're all good?
Oh, we got another question. We got two more questions. Please.
I was really struck by the physicality of a lot of the skits.
Okay.
You get to spend a lot of time in rehearsal.
Our budget did not let us spend a lot of time in rehearsal.
So basically, it was a lot of it was the casting.
The casting, the working on it. I mean, one of the only people we worked on the adult films a lot. Because that, like I said, it's so hard to get that tone right. So that was the one thing we rehearsed, and we also rehearsed the aerobics.
Right.
Because we had to. But, I mean, it's just one of those things that, you know, I kind of, my secret is I do a lot, like a callback, even if they've gotten the part. I'm like, let's work on this for 30 minutes. Like, let's make sure you understand this part, and then that's your rehearsal. And then you're like, okay, at the end of the rehearsal, you can say, by the way, you got the part. SAG, we're all good, but so yeah.
Screen Actors Guild for those laymen's in the audience.
For all you laymen, I think it's layman term, right?
Yeah.
You had a question?
Oh, I'd like to amend my statement earlier.
Okay.
I realized that when I said 3.5, that's on a scale of like 4.
Oh,
So,
3.5 out of 4
yes,
stars.
I don't know what scale you're using.
I gave you
it's 10 or
I
something.
gave 1 out of 5. One out of 5.
I thought it was 3.5 out of 20,
Yeah.
which is 1.5.
Out of 2 thumbs, if you have 2 thumbs, how many thumbs are you giving?
Wait, I'm gonna get this. Go ahead.
You guys you're going out to millions of people right now, by the way. I realize that this is all very intimate, but this is streaming. Jack actually has 20 million followers on Instagram, and this is all going out. So the question was, out of 2 thumbs, how many thumbs do you give our movie?
2?
Can you hold your thumbs up? Nice.
Wow.
Yes.
We did it, dude.
Yes.
Yeah,
Of course, you
dude.
can't use it because you don't have a statement saying you're filming outside.
Oh,
Okay.
got
So, sorry.
Yeah, I'm erasing
it. Okay.
this into my phone.
Yes, sir.
Where today is the painting of the mountains, the spaceships, the
Oh,
rocket?
yeah.
Isn't it in the trunk?
It's not in my car right now. It's at Alma Draft House
Mhm.
because we've been bringing it out in Q&As.
Okay,
Believe it or not, this movie has been selling out at another theater.
Yeah, like every day.
It just happens to be this one.
I
It's-
really
it's
like
kinda
this
lame.
theater.
Yeah,
though.
you guys are awesome. This is a
Yeah, you guys
special
are
one.
awesome for coming. I really like this theater. I gotta like
That is
push
true.
more people here.
Yeah.
All my Beverly Hills friends. All the guys who chill in Beverly Hills. All that gang that I know that lives in Beverly Hills.
They're over at the Beverly Wilshire right now.
Yeah, they're like literally being gang Beverly Wilshire people. It's so intense over there.
They've parked their Maserati
they're,
outside.
they're trying to steal another Maserati to invest in Tesla.
Yeah.
That's what the gangs in Beverly Hills do, is they invest in Tesla.
So we're going to be here all week. You guys can enjoy this every night of the week. Jack and I...
No, but seriously, we thank you guys for coming.
Yeah.
It is a weird movie, and the fact that you guys stuck through it and I guess like it a little bit.
And is it midnight? It's like close to midnight right
makes
now.
me really grateful for humankind and
Yeah.
hopeful for human beings.
And
So-
let me thank you in your beautiful message in this movie. I think you guys can all agree that, like, especially the last, like, it is about kind of divorce, and there's some heavy themes of, so there's social commentary and there's the technological commentary. But at the end, you have this beautiful scene of, or just an image of the couple kissing, and then fireworks, and like, there's hope, guys. There's hope. It's not all despair. So put your cell phones down, look up.
Well, you know, it's
and-
funny because I think they might have missed that moment because they came in and started slapping.
We might
their
have
hands.
taken that moment from you.
But yeah, I mean, I actually just wanted to, hit 10,000 followers on Instagram. That's why I made this movie. I just wanted to be more popular amongst the people I knew.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, that's true that people feel that way, but that was
Yeah.
my editor. I just kind of
Yeah.
wrote it and kind of. took it.
Jack's constantly filming himself, and
No,
it's
but
a real problem.
No, but yeah, I mean, but thank you guys for coming.
Thank
out
you.
to this movie.
Yeah, and have a good night's sleep.
Yeah, but thank you. This has been fun. I hope you guys have fun, and we're here for a second if you guys.
Yeah, you please.
Okay.
And we have little movie cards too of our. I didn't bring them because I thought there'd be too many people here. We don't have any left.
We got word that this place was packed.
Yeah, but that being said, if you guys want like a souvenir, I have it in my car. I can give you guys
Oh,
something.
yeah.
And this
Yeah.
is VHS.
How
Is
many
this gonna
people?
be on
How many
VHS
people want a
sometime?
souvenir? Raise your hand. Okay, so maybe we'll just run and get it.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
We'll just wait.
Jack's gonna run and get them.
They're gonna
I'm
just-
still taking questions. Whoever wants to keep
They're
this
just gonna
going.
wait
So
here.
when your second feature
Yes.
Yoga Cats, when will that be out?
Excuse me. What was the question?
Your second feature Yoga Cats, when will that be out?
The Yoga Cats feature. Oh, that's a great question.
So Yoga Cats is officially going to be released next year.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's currently being edited.
In time for Oscars,
Yes,
right?
yeah, exactly. It's going to be around that time, and everybody should check it out. Yoga Cats.
Is it entirely real cats?
It's all real cats, and it's real yogis, and sometimes there's a couple of goats. A couple of goats show up,
Yeah,
so it becomes goat yoga as well. If you're into yoga, you're into cats, check it out. Yoga Cats. It's not real, guys. There's no such thing as Yoga Cats. It's just
But it's a script idea now.
I mean, take it and run with it, pal. See if you can beat us to it. We have another question in the back here.
I mean, to pull the whole thing off with your characters, you definitely look like you're in good shape. What do you do to get fit?
I do yoga
Cats?
with cats.
Oh,
What was your guys' favorite skit? Did anybody have like a real favorite?
The Dennis Rodman thing.
The Dennis, right?
Oh, yeah.
Karen, like,
Yeah, that's her.
she was dunking on him harder than she's ever dunked.
As soon as we went to the spaceships, it was like,
Yeah.
okay, this is.
And then, what did you think of at the end, kind of getting into like a Lynchian like nightmare? Wasn't that great?
It was a little scary.
Yeah. You didn't expect it.
No.
Did this movie exceed your expectations?
Mhm.
Okay, great.
I didn't have that.
Didn't have any expectations. I didn't imagine you. I didn't imagine you did.
No.
You didn't know what you're getting yourself into. Did you realize that there was going to be celebrities coming in and?
I didn't realize there'd be so many people in the audience.
Yeah, yeah.
That's really
We were surprised too. Yeah. Well, you guys have just gotten so lucky tonight.
So I got some lobby cards.
Yay.
So you guys can all choose one. We got the punk band. We got the porn star. Not him. We got Rita Sternwig with the interviews. We got the aerobics, and the punk band.
Why
So
the title? How did you come up
VHYES?
with that
It's
title?
just a fun title. I don't know. There's nothing real but deep about that one.
Because it's VH, yes.
Oh,
Positive.
Yeah.
Which one would you like?
one of